Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com bringing you the daily trend for week 5, day 4. It is Thursday, February 2nd, 2017. Hey guys, as always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only, to support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. Oh boy. Well, if I can make the case that AM session is the best to trade in, today was surely one of those days, as FOMC came out yesterday and more earnings today. Indices pretty much downtrend overnight, but getting a little pop this morning only to run it all the way back and just chop out the rest of the day and ahead of the Amazon earnings. Core sector list 16 in the upside, 9 down, as the VIX closed up slightly from the previous session, but down from the high of the day. Euro chart, the trend of the session. We'll take a look at the chart here in a little bit. Economic highlights, jobless claims down. Bloomberg Comfort Index was up, and Amazon beats earnings, but earnings and sales down. So I guess the echo didn't do enough for the company to get them where they wanted to be. Any big news today? Not much, except Iran continuing to taunt the U.S. inexperience in the White House. But by the levels today, range bound on the MML charts, we'll take a look at and see where we are moving ahead. All right, daily outlook as we post each morning. Looking to the upside, we were looking at 51.56 first level, 51.27, and that's exactly where we held to today. We'll take a look at the chart in a moment. And ES 22.81 upside, 22.81 upside, and 22.65 to the downside. All right, let's start out with those charts here in the morning session. Pre-market again, NQ. We were looking up there, 51.56 upside, and downside around 126 to start before we got down to any lower levels, 51.78, as we continue to hold in an uptrend. ES again sharing those 22.65. Again, that's the level that we've been finding support at on multiple time frames and charts, and then looking upside to 22.73 before we actually got up to 22.81. We'll take a look at the charts here. All right, as I said, really by the charts here today, MML Murray math levels. Nice move here on the NQ out of the gate. This is a 550 tick. Again, variety of different ranges you could watch. But there it was right off the level all the way to the upside. So really nice move, 51.26 up to 51.46. Again, ES doing a lot of overnight session here on the ES downside. Actually, that was from yesterday. I apologize. Wrong chart. Hang on a second here, guys. Let's jump into the ES. There it was, cumulative tick. There we are. That should be today. There we are. Price action on the ES this morning, getting a nice lift. So the previous chart actually was. Let's go back for a second because I know I was looking at that. That was MML support. Yes, that was our Globex overnight session. Correct. Globex overnight. There it is, February 2nd. So a lot of chop pre-session, but finally the out of the gate. So we had MML support down here. Very smooth move downside on the ES, and then right back upside on the MML line. So like I said today, a lot of MML support and resistance. So there it was. Cumulative tick was to the upside. ES got a new nice move to the upside and just continued even more in trend. Nice move together here with the T3 trading strategy, together with the long setup above the 51.44 in sync with the 5.34 and the cumulative tick here in the uptrend. Very powerful move. And together with the NQ all the way up here. Highlighted charts here. NQ upside above the 51.44. A little bit of a pullback, deeper pullbacks. But again, re-opportunities to get yourself back in the trend. Well, if we had only held up at the highs, ES, you could see here, right towards the mid-session, AM session close. Nice, great move, only to be taken back. Again, here's your entry downside. And basically, reversal back down to today's open. Very frustrating. So where are we at, Jedi Traders? We've talked about that. That's right, that VIX. Just frustrating as at some point, that number might just be played around with at those highs, 21 to 23. As you can see, the interest up here at 1 million plus might come into play. So, hey, we'll take a look at the charts here in a moment as they sit consolidate. We're getting a move either way. So as the day rolled out, we had a let's go ahead there it is, price action again. Market open on the ES, ran it up, pulled back mid-session, just back right upside, pretty much off today's open. And afternoon session, while there were pockets of microtrend, you just weren't able to hold on to anything. If you were going long, sure enough, it came right back on you. So probably algo's having a day at it. And again, if you're looking to get in on a market, get your hands wet, we'll take a look at the 6E. Really, I mentioned before, the 6E was the trend of the day. So here you can see the M6E, again, a great way to start trading. Get on that simulated platform, start putting on some live trades, and there you go. $1.25 a contract, and in trend, same setups, same strategy. Very nice. All right, so how do we do overall for the day? Well, the NQ finishing off, again, after reach up to that 51.56, coming off the 51.26 level there at the beginning. So 15-minute chart really showing us those resistance levels, but there it again, really huddling around that major support resistance, 50% value area. Look at a market profile, very balanced here, and that's exactly what we got. So hit the levels, but really no direction as far as trend, finishing downside actually from today's open, and the ES and the YM finishing just around, actually upside of today's open as well. Let's take a look at the last chart there. There's the ES end of day as well, huddling around that major support resistance. Very frustrating, but hey, that's the way it rolls. That's the way it rolls. Keep your eyes on the charts. That's your 60-minute. There's your 15-minute session again from the lows, 50 and up to the highs on the MML levels, chiseling in between 81 and 81 from the previous day. So on a range chart, working our way back up from support resistance. All right, let's jump into the charts. Those were the highlighted charts of the session. Daily gap again. Look at that ES as we consolidate sideways. I keep saying it's frustrating, but hey, consolidation leads to breakout, so we got to be ready to contend with the open gap upside, 2287. I'm all good for upside, and I'm all good for downside. But remember, I showed you that VIX, 20 to 23. When they keep throwing that at you, we'll see what happens. It might not take a lot for that market to move to get that VIX up there, but if that VIX is going to close at any profitability for those February 15 strike calls, I got to keep calling it out to see what happens, and that surely will send price action a little bit down. All right, YM again, open gap to the upside as the NQ consolidates. We got 51, 21, 25. And watching the crude continue to climb back upside as we roll through the week. AD lines, again, not much. It was really flat across and very boring today. Really, NQ, if I got to highlight anything, grab that negative 70 right on the open. First two bars down and never looked back. So that was a good indicator. MML level downside. Price action on the NQ never looked back. And the AD line found that support and bounced up. So entry off the lows today did really nice, or eventually on the move up. Let's take a look at the charts as they rolled out today. Again, we showed you the bigger picture. Again, afternoon session, very frustrating. Opportunity again to go to a lower time frame or keep it at the smaller time frame. It's up to you. But overall trend, like I said, NQ chop flat. We've pretty much closed out underneath today's open, which was 51.38.25. So again, nice move up this morning. Little pullback here. Again, we were looking off the lows around 51.26 MML level. Broke through the VWAP. There's your move. There's your confirmed move. So either one was a nice setup. Higher probability right up here. Pullback. You might have been stopped out if you're trailing. Back upside, right almost to the T. Yeah, you got to watch those swing sides. Those computers know exactly where you're sitting. So keep it a little bit further back. Price action ran up. Move your stop up to Globex high. And somewhere around up here, you were stopped out. Price action back through the cloud. There's your setup downside. That was your AM session. Let's go. That's your YM chart. Let's go to the NQ here. There we go. And again, we saw that chart. There was your market open. NQ, very nice. Is that nice? Nice chart. All right, there it is. NQ,
short.
market open. There it was to the downside, a little choppy action, and then bang, right to the upside. So look at the majority of the moves in the AM session versus the mid session and across, pretty much flat across. And so after some time, you just give up. You say, forget it. Why even play in this? All right, that's your NQ. Let's take a look at the YM as we did. There we go. This morning, nice move to the upside. Let's pull it back a little bit. There we go. Again, looking at a 10-7 chart, a little bit choppy to get going, a little long hanging tails. Finally, a nice breakout upside, only to be reversed. So YM, again, chopping it out the rest of the session as waiting for some key earnings, including Visa, which I believe by the numbers did well. If I stand corrected, if it didn't. There it is. Price action to the upside on the ES. Again, besides the 6E today, ES, really nice move here to the upside, pulling back underneath the cloud, get a piece there. Price action again, up, down, up, down. Eventually, you're just getting frustrated and saying, I just can't get anything on this. But again, small micro pockets of trend. I showed you on the chart there. Let's go back one more time. There it is. See? Arrows up, down, a little bit more range bound. But as it rolled out through the PM chop and kept going, just a little small. Get that first contract off to give you an opportunity to stay in the trend. All right, that's your ES. Crude got a lift. Crude got a lift there and eventually pulled back there overnight session. Crude, there it was. Crude upside, pulling back there. Short setup on the pullback. 2 bars indecision, and there you go. All three charts in sync. But actually, we start out right there. Look at that. 945. There it is. Underneath the cloud, underneath the VWAP. So crude pretty much finishing out sideways, not going anywhere really upside or downside. Gold. If we got movement on the indices, hopefully we got movement on the gold overnight upside. Pretty much finishing out flat here. A little bit to the downside of the regular trading hours underneath the VWAP. Again, small pockets of opportunity downside. Go to the higher time frame, might keep you in a little bit longer. 6J, not bad on 6J today as price action moved downside. Big trend after the overnight session. Lifting up, a little bit of chop. Again, I kind of toy around with the 6J. I'd like to watch it on a 10 tick, but nothing wrong with watching it on a 15 tick. Again, eliminate some of the noise on the charts. Gives you an opportunity to maximize your contracts, get that first one off, and roll down. So again, there it is on a 15 tick. 10 tick gave you several opportunities for re-entry. Pullbacks a little bit deeper today. Not very comforting to have a runaway trend. But I got to give it up to the 6E. 6E, there it is. 6E on the move. After some notorious overnight chop, which was not fun. So there it is, 6E. And again, I can't reiterate, if you're trying to get into the market, you want to get out of that simulated platform, you want to get your hands wet, M6E, a great way to start. Got to move up, solid move. Only look for the entries where all high probability setups are present, and you got yourself a trade management, and you manage on the way down. As long as everything's in sell or short setup, stay on the trade. All right, so where are we headed for tomorrow? Well, econ data will come up with that, but right now, looking at the ES80X as we've pulled back from the highs. There it was, 22.96, pulling up. We'll watch that ADX as it comes down here to 2024. See if we get the bounce. Momentum still upside, 50 above 144. I got to think we might go get that 81.25. We continue to hit that support 65, but throwing that VIX, I can't help but think that at some point we might pull back to that 2250. That's what the market just might need to make those VIX profitable. And we found major support here at 2250. So do we come down to 2250? Maybe. Right now, we're holding. If we come down, break that 2265, yeah, I'll call out the 2250. Upside, I'm looking at the 81.25 if the ADX gets support here. And we still continue to hold upside, but I'm going to go to my 60 and my 15-minute chart on, that'd be the wrong chart. That's the NQ. There you go. There's the ES. So I got 2281 upside. We found that support 50%, so it's flip a coin. We're going either direction. 77 might be a line in the sand up here, and 69 downside on the 15-minute chart. So we'll watch the overnight session and make that decision in the morning. NQ, again, there's our NQ as we hold up at 56.25. In between, we got that resistance today upside. We found the resistance downside on the 15-minute chart. So we were range bound. Breakaway either direction. We'll look down to 5,000 if we break below 50.78, but we've got to have that support here at 51.26 break first. Otherwise, we get down to 51.17 and then 50.78. Upside, 51.56 seems to be the line in the sand for now. We got to break that 46 again. Seems by the sixes and then up to 95. All right, last chart looking at, one more chart on the ADX on the NQ. Also, similar picture as we pull back. Let's see if we hold. Directional movement index is still upside. All right, taking a look at the YM. And right in range bound here as we hit the overbought upside. Shorter term MML levels still sitting. Momentum's upside, 50 above 144 as we have been for most of January here. I mean, it's been a while since the price action on the overall market here has come down below the 51.44, but we're holding. There it is. 19,688 is my low levels, 688, but I got to beat 766 to get down there. To get back up to 20,000, we're going to have to break above 844. 1, 2, 3 all across the board. And we'll watch the 15-minute charts to reset themselves later on in the Globex or the overnight session. All right, looking ahead to tomorrow, economics. Not much on the data platform as far as economic earnings are concerned, but we are watching the non-farm payrolls. Non-farm payrolls, and rolling out the week. Boy, what a week it has been. All right, that concludes an insight into the daily trend and technical momentum of the indices in key futures markets. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information, intraday tweets, Twitter. You can find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs. And as always, I really do leave the crystal ball to the experts using one simple strategy. Any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. I only watch what's in front of me. And as always, leave your bias at the door when trading. Hey, if this is your first time watching the video and you want to join us in the trading room of community like-minded traders, seeking those highest probability setups and avoiding as much of the chop as possible, feel free to email me, David, at tradingfibs.com. You can join us on any Thursday or Friday to view the live chart setups as they happen in the trading day. All right, guys, we roll out week 5 tomorrow, wrapping it up as most of our FANG stocks are done. Most of them. They're all done. We still got some key earnings still coming out in the next couple of weeks, but hopefully we can get out of this earnings season and roll up this contract because this market has just been nutty for the first 5 weeks. All right. Have yourselves a Blue Zone day wherever it may be. Good day, good night, and good trading to you.